Ah, Vasilisa, here you are. I've been thinking about that wind and three sides and river shouts.
So you've remembered about being Societ?
Now, I think we should go back in the church in Yenidor. Maybe something will come up there.
Let's go. But is there anything left? Centuries have passed.
We'll search near the foundations, in the cellar. All secrets are hidden underground. You know that better than most. When we'll be in Golbets, maybe then I can tell some future. I'm a Societka after all.
Proshka stops every now and then. Circling around a bit, he hesitantly proceeds on his course. It seems as if something is bothering the demon, something about the road ahead that he hasn't himself realized yet. At the next stop, a gust of wind blows dust. You jump into prickly roadside bushes, dragging Proshka with you. After a few moments, the wind... The road whirlwind is a harbinger of a northern night. The wind bends the trees and sends dust and leaves flying to the empty space.
What a wind.
Why are you standing there, Proshka?
I remembered. Perhaps when I was alive, one of the shoot. Doesn't look like my church was worshipped in much, does it?
All you think is about being worshipped. What else could happen on the crossroad that tied Proshka to this place? Maybe you were buried here. Were you a great sinner?
Sounds about right. That's how I became a Societka. Let me think. I think I'm remembering something. Dig here.
I don't want to dig up your grave.
Dig, I say. What a thick-headed witch.
All right, as you wish. But if there's nothing there...
You dig up the earth near the road where Proshka told you to. Under a thin layer of dirt and near a rotten log, you find a silver plaque. Proshka furrows his feline brow, but doesn't feel any memories returning. The old bridge creaks from the cold wind, the cold water of some swampy river rippling beneath it. In the middle of it, you notice Forest Chorts looking at you with their cold, lifeless eyes. The demon needs only lift his paw for the forest spirits to scramble in panic. You look at him in amazement. Was this his...
What? Want some pranics?
The northern wind bends the treetops. Their rustling fills the swamps with a rhythmical noise, in which you hear the whisperings.
This church looks empty now.
What a dump. And it used to all be... Don't just stand there, Vasya. There is the door...
Some pictures are mixed with the icons.
It's not a... Search the chests. Perhaps you'll find something.
What am I looking for?
How would I know? Now, don't look at me like that. There are... It's bad for me to look at them, you know?
When you approach the old wooden planks, you feel a draft.
A bit of a strange face for an angel. Old church books. And old kitchenware.
When you approach the old wooden... Behind the planks, you see a narrow crawl space.
The idols have river shells scattered around them.
Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this day.
They're so majestic.
I've seen these idols, Vasilisa.
You've been in this dugout before?
Yes, but when? Was it long ago? Something is missing. As if one of the passes on the hunter's calendar has disappeared. Add it, and everything fits right into place.
They're so majestic.
Majestic idols of old are now lying in heaps in this dank and wet dugout. The eerie faces of the forgotten deities seem to emanate a cold...
I'd like to study them. There's no...
An ancient wooden angel is watching you indifferent. You touch the mask and it falls to your feet. Its image reminds you of the... Behind the planks, you see... Majestic idols of old are now lying...
Vasilisa, I think I remember. I remember everything. But look, what's happening to me? That's right. That's how I used to look when they called me Whitebeard. Hunters used to bring me river shells from the north, and I flew with the all-knowing wind with no rest and no respite.
Roshka, is that you?
Vasilisa, I remembered everything. All thanks to you.
Your name was Voipil.
I used to be a god, the lord of the northern wind and master of the true people's destiny. Those who lived in the forests of Cherry. I was once powerful for a time. Other gods came, and belief in me dwindled. Thou shalt not worship the idol of Voipil, and thou shalt not deal out funeral feasts to him. And the lights of altars dwindled, and so did my powers.
Are those your idols beneath the church?
Yes, they are. It was my lost temple, this dugout. I still remember that woman. She hid my idols and put my face on the angels. That's how I survived. As a demon, but in a halo of ecclesiastical glory.
Wow, the shell.
This is my symbol, mine ears. I used to be omnipresent in this area. I used to cool the ferocious flame of the sun, but that time is long gone. Bones of the past. long forgot.
What will you do now?
I'll stay with you. I am in your debt. It's not like I've suddenly grown in power. The universe has been turned upside down. The gods of old are today's demons. And so did I. When people forgot about me, I forgot about myself and lost my act. But now my past has returned, along with some of my strength. Who knows what after the birth?
So it turned out that our Proshka used to be a chute demon.
Jesus Christ!
Didn't expect that, Grandpa, did you? Perhaps now I'll be the one to tell you to hunt mice.
Unbelievable! I didn't think that such strong spirit would enter your service. I'm glad all the training. So, now you're going.
Well, yeah. I'll live out my cat life with Vasilisa. I found mine, now I help Vasilisa find hers.
And no nagging about mice. You might be St. George himself, but while I still have my teeth, I'm.
Don't worry, Grandpa. I'll take care of it. Consider the mice gone. How do you like my new fur? What a glow.
I don't know how to address you now. Proshka or Voipil?
Proshka it is. I've told you that you've helped me. Now it's my How can they possibly harm me?
What kind of spirit are you?
A chewed one. My power...
You're helping me then again.
Yeah, and my power grows because of that.
You've remembered.
Yeah, if you'll be a Sosietka for 100 years, then you'll become. If you wouldn't have reminded me of the past, enough of this Sosietka business. I won't forget it.
God bless. Yegor Yevlampovich, Vasilisa.
Why, isn't that groom with his bride?
So, you're keeping your word, Nikolai?
I told you I needed a bride, and with help from you and God, here we are.
The wedding is close. I see you've covered yourselves, as is tradition.
Yes, we needed to have this wedding as soon as possible, so that the Bonics wouldn't drag me back. I understand you have a lot to think about. Vasya, weddings are the least of your worries, but if you can't do it, no one can. You were the matchmaker for me and Nikolai, so you should stand as matchmaker by my...
I have no time to give a dowry at a bachelorette party.
Right. The week has passed. The dowry appeared at my house, and what I lacked, the girls from my bed...
The main thing is you being my matchmaker.
I can't. I have...
It's all right, Vasya. You can go. We have some time. And when the wedding passes...
You too, old Igor, come. You'll be our master of ceremony.
What an honor. To what do I owe the
Well, you taught Vasilisa and helped with the items for the bride.
That's right. Well, you see, Vasya...
Who did you ask to be your best man?
Petьka, the accordion player. He's an old...
Fedьka? What curse can he help you with? How can we attend such a wedding, Grandpa?
Stop it, Vasya. Fedьka, besides, we'll be there. We'll help with the evil spirit.
All right. But Fedьka needs looking after, so he won't curse the wet...
Thank you, Vasilisa. I brought a gift for you.
We didn't come only because of the invitation. We need a nowhere's help. My future mother-in-law...
But they quit halfway through.
We decided not to approach these demons without you. Maybe it's Bunny.
You made a wise choice.
Is the bright side brewing beer?
We decided both sides will brew. The villagers...
In Pokcha, where my mother lives, there are some skilled brewers.
What are they saying about
Some shadows are being noisy. Turning over tubs.
See, they're brewing the beer by the river. So I thought that the Aptericha might reveal herself.
When's the wedding day?
Everyone is invited the day after tomorrow. First is the wedding day, and the next day. Not everything is by the book, but you know how it is.
All right. I'll help you. After all, the ceremony is incomplete without beer. And you have your whole life ahead of you.
Well, come the day after tomorrow then, if I'm the master of ceremonies.
See you soon. Lord be with...
Greetings. God bless.
God bless. What brings you here, Your Honor? The stove flap is over there to your right.
Alexander looks around.
Grandpa, he's not here about that. He doesn't know these things either. And the matchmakers come without a groom.
Hello, Vasilisa. I was in the area for business and decided to drop in. I mean, I think you'll also be interested in this case I have. They talk about you and your grandfather quite often. You remember that fired short that tortured the... There's a similar case in the village near Pakcha. It's called Severная Settlement.
That's where I'm going to track this chort. So, Severная Settlement? You start treating them with your methods. Perhaps I'll drop by.
Thank you. Till we meet again.
Hold on. Fancy some tea?
Table? No time. My patients are...
Alexander hurriedly leaves. It's getting dark. You keep the black book ready. Khaldoons often put their chorts by the roads, as you have already witnessed several times. Among the treetops, you notice a silent giant. His figure towers over the trees and sheds a dark shadow on the frozen road. You draw a sorceress barrier and prepare for a fight. When you raise your eyes from the ground, the shadow is nowhere to be found. Some time passes, but no one shows up. You find the Izba Alexander told you about.
These are fish traps. Looks like her husband used to be a fisherman.
In the corner of the Izba stands a solid Russian stove. On the white wall, you open the chest and are hit with a foul stench. You wince in disgust. The sacks contain horse manure, wriggling with worms. These are the gifts of a demon. To cursed people, they seem like gold and prianics. Bed sheets and towels, nothing of interest.
Vasilisa.
Alexander coughed.
Did you examine the sick woman?
Yes. The case is the woman is weak, but it's not so bad as...
It's still early. The demon only started coming to her. What is she saying?
There was no mention of chorts. You think they're to blame? She said, but the symptoms are rather strange. I thought it to be anemia and nervousness.
It seems strange because it's not a simple sickness. She can't tell because
What should we do?
the snake doesn't appear often in the beginning. We'll have to. If she tells me about it, it will surely come. It's late. It will try to kill us.
Right?
The furniture, as well as the rest of the spa, has fallen into disrepair. It's clear.
Let me be. I need to rest. The fever won't let me be.
They say you became a widow. Oh, Jesus Christ, may he rest in.
Yes, he died.
Sometimes dead husbands come back from the afterlife.
What kind of story is that? That sort of...
Don't try to be cunning with me.
Phew, witch! What could you know about me and my Vasya? You know nothing.
Maybe I'll be able to convince her if I pretend to be her acquaintance. So, perhaps he was a fisherman. Looks like it. What do you mean? I know you through my godfather. He used to go fishing with your Vasily quite often.
He won't be fishing any now. He's dead, I'll tell you.
She still doesn't believe me. How can I convince her that everything's not so simple with her guest? You think your Vasily brings you sweets? Take a closer look.
Jesus! What?
I know who is to blame for your sickness.
All right, I'll tell you, but my husband didn't die. He still visits me in the evenings. But he told me to keep quiet.
You hear the sound of scattering sparks.
Again with your blood switch. Don't interfere.
You want to kill me? Didn't work out for you.
Ha! Kill! I have. You stopped me here, but I'll.
Not so fast. You can't hide from me.
That may be so. That's why you will be with my new friend.
A couple of chorts appear near him, while he himself turns in. You can catch up with that chort if you don't spend time on these demons. But what will happen to the sick woman? You open the book. You defeated the chorts, and the woman seems to be safe now. But how many souls will this fiery snake ruin? No one knows the answer to this question. You can only continue on your way. You notice the pale heads of the drowned, looking out of the water. Realizing they were spotted, the undead lazily you hide nearby, and the drowners soon return to their spot. You open the book and read the... At the crossroads of two trade routes, you see the end.
Wisdom will enter your heart and be good for your soul.
The players are carried away. The players are carried away by a game of Durak. The players are carried away. The players are carried away by a game.
What kind of wisdom do you possess? That which comes from above? I do not judge.
Buy an amulet and a trinket. Buy a... You'll be as healthy as a boar, demon.
You hear the lingering sounds of songs long. You sit by a house and dissolve. Life goes on as usual in the sleepy Pakcha village. The peasants have returned from their work and fill the peasants answer your questions with enthusiasm when they learn that you are the knower matchmaker they have heard of. According to the villagers of Pakcha, they seldom encounter wonders in their mundane life. Everyone laughs at the men who were brewing beer. Supposedly, they were so carried away with their work that they saw the devil himself. You whisper a prayer and catch your breath. You easily find the home of the peasants who brewed beer, but their izba looks empty. You look into the Galbets and see a man who is putting crosses on vials and barrels. He jumps when you call out to him.
Christ almighty, what are you scaring me for? I nearly died.
I knocked, didn't you hear?
We couldn't cook the beer to the end, you understand? The bride is a chort in disguise, everyone knows that. So some of them sharp-tailed visited us. We barely managed to escape. With God's help, I'll bless the ingredients. We managed to brew the mash, then added hops to the... Everything with God's words, everything proper. A pound of hops and a...
Tell me about the demon.
Someone cursed us. That must be it. Looked like a lump of meat that kept... So we ran. Left everything there. We prepared part of it, but we're too scared to go there now.
So you brewed everything by the...
Everything as it should be, with prayers and according. First, the girls came to us from the bride's side, tried to put out the fire. Then, later, closer to the evening, and at nightfall, the bride's cursed. So
What man?
I don't know. Didn't have the chance to look at him proper. He stood for some time in the
Did you brew by the river?
Right. Wait, you're going there now?
It's all right. I have God's word with me. The devil...
Well, God be with you. Go to the east of the last Isba.
It's quiet in the brewing area. Too quiet.
Here are some barrels filled with beer Here's where the mash was cooked. There's some left at the bottom.
Here is the firewood that the brewers prepare. You take some firewood. There's some dry grass around here. You take some dry grass. This is where they light the fire for brewing beer. You put some dry grass under the cauldron. You add some firewood. Now you can light the fire. You light the fire and take a step back. A spirit shows itself above the cauldron for a moment, but it soon disappears beneath the oily froth of the beer. This cauldron is full of partially brewed beer. You roll back your sleeve and thrust your hand. This is where they light the fire for brewing beer. You light the fire and take a... A spirit shows itself above the...
Oh, it's so sweet. I can't carry these heavy barrels.
Here is the firewood that You take a greater amount of firewood. There's some dry grass around here. It can be used. There's some dry grass around here. This is where they light the fire for brewing beer. You add even more firewood. You light the fire and take a step. The curse falls to the ground as a repulsive ball.
Later, I called some men from Bakcha. They took the barrels with the cooked beer. Everything that was left in the cauldron was gone. Looks like some Khaldun got involved.
Looks like it. Well, they're like...
You also keep your eyes peeled around Nikolai. Who knows?
I will. Many Khalduns like to...
Yes, and the guests are helpless. If you ruin a wedding, you can ruin the entire lives of the...
That's all right. Just be it.
Right. I shouldn't expect any...
We'll manage even without Fedka. All right, we need to go.
God bless Vasilisa Fyodorovna.
God bless.
Bride sent for you. She doesn't let anyone touch the banya. Says you're the only one.
That's right. Tell her I'll be there soon. Get the
All right, I'm going there.
And I will go to the... I'll be with the guests this evening. Be on the lookout. Don't forget. Who knows who's mixed up?
All right, Grandpa.
Greetings, Vasilisa Fyodorovna. I've fallen ill. Have the days near when I won't be able to hold a plow.
What did you expect? Weren't you the one last year who got drunk, climbed the Church of the Trinity, and knocked down a bell from there?
Yes, Yegor Yevlampovich. Vasilisa Fyodorovna, heal me, please.
All right. I'll do something about it. Here, sit by the stove.
You whisper several healing zag.
Oh, thank you, mistress.
Thank you for coming, Vasya. I've been crying the whole night. I have no...
That's how it is. If you want a good marriage, you have to wail a bit.
I know. But it's not that simple.
This way you'll get a taste of grief and cry. But
Yes, we need to go to the Banyas.
All right. Go cry about your hair. You can comment without me.
I will leave you a red ribbon.
No need. I'll manage.
Thank you, Vasya.
Well, to decorate it properly, I need to place birches along the path and tie ribbons around the banya. Time to get to work.
Some birch branches lie here. You take the ribbons from the chest.
It turned out pretty beautiful. It will also keep the bride safe. I'm truly a master.
There's nothing of interest left in the chamber. The old banya reminds you of the Abdiricha. You chase away these gloomy thoughts. There's no need to go beneath the bench here. You are thinking about what color to decorate the banya. The barrel jumps from side to side and sways. A small boy is sitting in the barrel. He clutches a flute.
Well, witch, today Petska the witch.
Witch hunter! Stop blowing the flute.
Right.
The boy starts to twerk.
If he doesn't stop playing, my head will explode. I can bring him around. And the Khaldun's can help. I did the matchmaking of the bride from the Bannock.
All right. I believe you. I heard that the Khaldun's curse weddings. I'm here to...
What have you heard about...
Do Khaldun's fight each other? One invites a Khaldun over. And he'd like you.
What are you whispering?
Nothing. So then comes another Khaldun. A powerful one. And curses everything he sees.
Have you heard about...
And the bride lived with them. Is she?
No. She...
So...
Yes, I went with the group.
You wouldn't manage without...
So, you think I can't manage?
I can. Together, defeat the Khalduns.
It's time for me to lead the bride to...
I'll look after you, witch.
After the preparations are made, it's time to accompany the bride to the banya. A crowd of people has gathered to watch the... You warn the bride that guests from her side might show up soon. Shorts sent by the Abdiricha. You're right. As soon as the fire is... After you catch your breath, Carts with wedding guests have already started to arrive at the yard. There will be a wedding gathering this evening.
You came. Jesus, so many people.
Well, we came, yes, so greet your guests.
No wind and then a gale. No guests and then a swarm.
Greetings, Igor Yevlampovich, master of ceremony.
Howdy! Soon we'll...
Greetings, noble best man, my loyal friend.
Well, as they say in Sheridan.
Greetings, betrothed.
Greetings. See? I'll fulfill...
Oh, well.
Don't go ahead of the cart. When the master...
Come on. You're...
Right. And the people there...
Oh, Jesus Christ, don't be angry with...
Unharnessed.
As you say, come here.
Could you be... Come.
If there's any cursed wool in the bride's way, it will bring bad luck. If it's bare wool, the procession might not be able to pass at all. You inspect the floor, but you don't notice any cursed artifacts.
Everything is quiet at the moment. I'm keeping my eyes open.
Shorts?
Wrong. Have you heard about the carts?
Well, I know that shorts...
Uh-huh. And who's Shorts? Who else? And then, and have you the peasants pulled down? They got...
Telegraph? I've...
Huh. So...
Oh, I barely...
Be on the lookout. Barely the Graf himself may...
Well, Vasilisa, we've been through fire together to end up here.
Wait a little bit. This feast will get pretty fiery.
Petka, how are you doing after that night?
I don't quite remember what happened, Vasia. I only know one thing. I won't forget it.
It turns out you're like a mother to every...
So that's how life turns out. Oh, Jesus Christ. How did it happen?
Your child...
I call...
All this...
Oh, I don't even know.
Are you happy with...
Oh, practical. Has...
Yeah,
I, my lord, and still and I got a belt.
How can you live with this...
Anyway.
Right.
Keep your eyes open.
Have you...
Why don't you have a look?
I just...
Could. Besides, there was this... So I gave him a good...
Did you...
I did.
I hope you...
What could he possibly...
Talk to you later, Grim.
Remember?
Of course I do.
Well, try to find some wool or bean sprouts. You need to dispose of them. If so...
All right, Grandpa.
Hey, Kola.
Hey, hit it! Petka!
I'm not your typical bride.
You had a chance to...
But
I didn't...
I'm not your typical bride.
You had a chance...
But you...
I didn't save you from a demon for nothing.
Thank you.
Khaldoons often throw in a pod with 9 peas to prevent horses from passing. You may go on your way. You look into the pantry near the haystacks and see a ruffled silhouette of a Susietko. He seems...
Greetings, Susietko, kind host.
Oh my... which?
Wait, I'm the matchmaker. I'm helping...
I thought you one of the... I failed to notice in time. I think I saw something the other day, but it wasn't quick enough.
I thought that there was...
Oh, the changeling was strong, so he escaped to my relatives.
Are you happy?
Oh, I feel bad though, as I couldn't keep her away from the curse. I don't have much power in the banya.
Whom did you see?
The man was rummaging around the haystack.
I searched the yard, but I couldn't find any...
So he hid it well. And no, I could tell straight away. He had a frog and a smart face, not like yours.
Wait, a frog?
Devil knows. But that's all right.
The Susiedka advises you to look in the lining of the chest with the bed sheets, which are to...
I need to go.
Very well.
It turns out the room is noisy because several men decided to kill some time.
Hardly anyone visits this part of the house.
What are you doing here?
Hey, wait. Come in, Vasilisa. Welcome. Shh. She's a witch. I know her.
God helps. Samson, you're working on the Zemskaya station, right?
Well, welcome. Be our guest.
Silence, you fool. That's right. From the Urolka state. What are the chances? The bride's parents are...
And I turned out to be a matchmaker.
Yes, madam. Would you like to join?
Don't mind if I did.
That's all right. God, sit right there, under the icons.
You win.
So, want to play some cards, Vasilisa?
So, are you...
Her father. I told about, his daughter.
I've heard that those who play cards at a wedding will be dragged to hell by...
Oh, Jesus.
One of the card players...
What are you...
Who knows? Maybe I'm
The
not.
card players exchange looks in confusion. You may go on your way. You may go on your way. Finally, after the prolonged greetings of the foreign, the whole week before the wedding, the neighbors of this tall carpenter are lying face down.
Do you think... Oh, no. That's... Well, if it's about carpentry or drinking...
So...
Yeah, I can build whatever...
So...
I can drink 5 bottles of vodka right now. Believe it or not.
With a Zagavar, you use an herb and offer a bet.
Why not?
One cup after another, and you don't feel a thing. The carpenter soon gives up and falls beside his neighbor.
And she looked at me and I sort of... But then I told her.
What did you tell me?
Ah, sweet mother.
It's me who's going to hit you hard. Or should I send my chort on you?
Oh, Vasa, don't curse him. He was a fool. Don't be strict with him. He used to tease me too when I was with Pra. I know that you're good. You should be called a witch doctor.
Akulina, was it you who I cured of Ikota?
It was me, Vasilisa. Thank you.
This chort has no business sitting as a Nikota. Proshka is doing good now. He's traveling with me.
So, he's helping you. Who knew it would turn out so well? This is my friend, Pyotr. He's very good with...
Well,
if you tell any more stories like that about me, you won't have... So, how are you?
Oh, I could... Thank you, Vasya.
How's your patrol?
everything's quiet.
Do you like the wedding?
Oh, it's pretty. Oh, when I grow up...
Vasilisa, I know what. Oh, take some sour cream. Oh, it was a lucky day when we met. Oh, Vasil.
Such...
Hush! Do you want to curse her?
Me? I can't curse. Here, Vasya will prove me right. But what a man, a soldier.
Thank you. I understand.
That's all.
It's a pity she didn't.
Aren't you?
What's that? Thanks. The only...
Oh, she's also so...
The feast is not yet over, but it will not continue on without your approval. The feast is not yet over, but the feast continues, and each of the guests is honored with a song of glorification. The eyes of the performers grow wide with surprise. Your generosity is momentary. At the end of the feast, a ritual dish is served.
God bless. I came for you, Vasilis, and you, Yegor Yevlampevich, will get ready.
You reach the bride's izba with the light of dawn. The ritual drags on, and the guests have yet to arrive. You go down into the yard. It looks empty and grim without wedding guests. Not surprising. This roof was home to an evil spirit for many years. You jump from a sudden rustling. You think there was some noise coming from this haste. Two dark figures emerge from the shadow.
Aha!
Oh,
this isn't a fairy tale.
Sorry, Vasya. We were trying to ambush an evil...
Someone has been here for sure. We've been watching all...
Oh, crap.
It's all right. I'll protect you.
What?
He's...
The game...
And he...
He started to win. It was so...
Stop, please.
So he ran. And you came.
What did that... I think he was...
We'll help.
She likely won't find it by herself.
All right. If you want it, Bitka, look in this haystack for a peapod with 9 peas. And I'll search the yard.
Clear.
All right, Vasily.
Beer. Leftovers from yesterday.
The chest contains snowy white bed sheets for the newlyweds. You cut into the lining and, to your horror, find something furry inside. You find a dried bear paw that emanates dark sorcery. The chest contains snowy white bed sheets for the newlyweds. You closely inspect the floor. To your horror, you find a patch of burned dog hair. You remove it with a Zagaver and throw it away in disgust. Petka suddenly calls out to you.
Vasa, Vasa, I found it, I think.
I too found some traces of the curse. You and I both have some. That's a lot. What do you have? Well, it doesn't matter if you don't have it.
I found some Vasa.
Quite a few curses. A powerful Kuldoon.
The children look at each other.
Give me those pods. Who knows what else is our enemy capable of? A curse? Will he summon?
You jump from the sudden knock at You open the gates.
I don't have time for ransoms. Go get your bride upstairs.
You seem alarmed.
I found so many cursed things.
You tell...
You can't...
But why?
Old Yegor forcefully...
Hold there! Do you want to... If you stop the procession right now...
Yes, but... What if we're stopped on our way down the aisle? No one knows how all these curses turn...
That's your task. If it stops, then yes, don't bother the Bithra, and I will do mine. We'll teach Fedka some Zagavars. He may learn something yet.
All right, Grand.
Let's go. We need to bless them.
All the guests gather in the Izba. After the bless...
This girl sure is lucky, right?
Yes. She wouldn't have done it by herself. So is the case with you.
So Kolya wouldn't pull her out without you, right?
Without me?
You know, I've been thinking. In a way, you also, if you didn't come that night to the pothouse, sure it's...
Yes, I think that...
I've heard what the girls in Vilgard have, that you didn't want to become a witch. But you did become...
Why would you think that?
You and your grandpa are taking me for a fool. The dead man can't go back by themselves. I visited lot, so I think... Vasa, stop this nonsense. You brought back that girl, but she betrothed. Is dead.
Quit running your mouth.
Wait, don't be... I came close to seeing the afterlife. There's no coming back, and your chords constantly beg you for a walk, right? So how many people... What's next? Soon I will listen closely to many stories. Your chords will also drag you to hell.
Don't judge Kuldoons by the old wife's tales. I'm keeping my... You're saying my chords will be the death of me. You can't know my fate. And you don't...
That's right. I don't. But you have your fate. You heard the Troika, so that's your fate. And maybe it wasn't a trick. But I haven't... It wasn't the first time. I've done lots. I think maybe I should quit this kind of life. Start a household. You saved me. So I wanted to ask your advice. You were nowhere after all. What do you think?
Well, Fedka, I've always told you to abandon your life of pleasure.
All right, I'll try. Oh, next thing you'll know...
You better remember these words.
I will.
Fedka grins. Pakcha village is surrounded by mist. The winding path lures you in with a damp mist and mysterious shadows. You look around and notice demon eyes in the dark. Fedka gives you a questioning look. What should you do with the rest of the guests? You hold the horses and give a lift to several nimble guests. The older and slower ones are lost in the mist. The winding path lures you in with a damp mist. You look around and notice demon eyes in the dark. Fedka, you hop off the cart and open the black book. cart is finally fixed, and you quickly catch up. The wedding train reaches the shadows of the gloomy trees of the... Your suspicions prove correct. Although you have known this forest since you were a child, the road meets a fork that you have no memory of. Looks like the turn on the right is used more often than the one to the left. Another fork. To the left of you, the forest parts, and to the right, the road loops back around. The road stops at a wide glade. Another fork. To the left of you, the forest parts, and to the right, the road loops back around. It seems that the road stops at this empty field. You can own another fork. To the left of you, the forest parts. Your suspicions prove correct. Although you have known, you don't recognize the last fork either. The road to the left looks like it's submerged in darkness, and you arrive at another fork. The road to the left lies through a thick forest, and to the right, you see a clearing amongst the trees. Finally, the forest is behind you. Vilgurt is close, so you... Mikhail's crossroads look unfamiliar. You feel as if you have entirely lost your sense of direction. You can't tell north from south. It's as if you are standing at this crossroads. Looks like you picked the wrong... You make the wrong turn, and spend some time winding the village roads, but finally get back on the right track. Looks like this is the last piece of road to Vilgurt. Mikhail's crossroads look unfamiliar. You chose the right... You make no mistake in choosing the route.
Vasilisa, stop the procession!
Alexander!
I suppose I can hide it now. No time to argue. I intend to curse your wedding procession, and I...
What? Are you telling me that...
I can leave it be, but only if you give me the book!
But...
It's simple. I can take this artifact only if you're sufficiently weakened.
If the procession stops, the curse may...
Right! You're only...
Listen to me!
You can't scare me, Vasilisa! Either give me the...
So that's how it is, and you could have...
I want it, I did!
You know about this?
Don't stall, Vasilisa! Fight!
Listen!
You won't now when there's a curse around us!
I can't...
Then it's the only way! book.
They have nothing to fear.
I don't want to hurt you, Vasilisa.
You've been lying like the devil himself, and now you want me to believe you?
Give up. Or
Not if I stop.
Alexander's driver notices that his master is weakened and strikes the horses. The carriage drives away. With horror, you realize that his last Zagavers weren't directed at you, but at the procession. Alexander's curse hits the weakened wedding procession and slices through it. Some of the wedding guests turn into wolves and run into the forest. Others have lost consciousness or are injured from the crash. You notice old...
Grandpa! Grandpa, you're alive?
Vasilisa! Oh, Jesus, my head.
Wait,
No time.
Yes.
So they...
I'll get them.
Shush, don't wa... That's all right.
How will I find them?
We'll find them, find out who's missing, and fix... Then we'll get ready for the road.
How did they...
Well, Fedьka is...
How do I...
You need... Yes.
What do we do with the bride?
They'll manage. I'll teach them a couple of secret prayers.
Who's that friend of yours?
Just a hunter. I'll tell you at home.
Your friend, the Ikotnitsa, is lying here. Akulina has lost consciousness. It seems the girl is hurt. Akulina comes to her senses, and with difficulty...
Oh, Vasya, have you...
Akulina, you're...
She's going to be all right now.
I haven't. I can't see Piotr anywhere.
Your mother will bring you home.
All right, Vas.
Some horses have fled. Only the bravest of them all have stayed. All the carts have turned over. Some of them are broken.
A wounded peasant girl is lying. The girl thanks you with a...
Vasilisa, my head is...
I can't see.
He's also been... I seem to be dead.
Don't lose hope. I'll go. I know I failed at protecting...
Looks like you were right about Fedьka.
He's not the one who ruined the wedding. As soon as I hope...
Ready to go back. You can barely stand.
Thank you.
Did you notice
some iron?
Vasilisa.
Don't lose. I know.
Looks.
He's not. As soon as I hope.
Ready to go back. You can barely stand upright. Vasilisa, get up. We need to hurry. I told you yesterday about my friend, the hunter. He is a master of his craft.